Mic check, mic check, mic check. It's your captain, baby. Happy 2024.
2024, baby.
I really cannot believe that 23 years ago, drum roll please, I graduated high school. God damn, I feel old.
I didn't say anything.
It was my counterparts here. It's been a minute since we've all been together. So
I know, it does feel weird.
Yeah.
shout out to...
Who we got?
Tell them who you
Oh,
are. It's
Nisha
been a minute. They
Michelet.
probably forgot about us.
Look.
I'm like, shout out to me for what? It's Nisha Michelet. How y'all doing?
Yes.
And it's your boy Caleb Rashad.
I just think, first of all, as I'm smacking on this gum, you guys, is that it's so important to make sure you check in with people, especially early in the year, because most of us either made vision boards this year or we made resolutions, be them spiritual, be them financially, physically, whatever the leads are. We've all made these type of resolutions. And when you're putting stuff like that together, it sounds good in the moment, right?
Yeah.
Until it's actually time to bring those to pass. So over the course of the holidays, we as a unit,
Yeah, we actually had a vision board party.
Yeah.
Everybody
It was
in
so
this
fun.
room was actually there. That's super cool.
including
Yeah.
Charlie,
Including Charlie.
including
Yes.
both Charlies.
Who's the other
Who's the
Charlie?
other?
For reals.
Who? Oh.
What?
The,
Yeah.
What?
Round of applause for that.
baby.
No, I know, but is she naming it? I'm confused.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So that's the name.
Up top.
Oh, I'm new to
One
this.
of our teammates
No, I was
is-
not told. I was not
Virgo.
informed.
Is bringing forth an angel.
Yes.
And she's going to name him or her. Because sometimes they change their minds when they get here. It's a boy. No, it's a girl.
Well, Charlie's unisex. Kind
Very unisex. We were able to collaborate and to come together and do a vision board. And sometimes as visionaries, it's hard to actually tangibly put those things in writing or jot them down or whatever, because it makes people and yourself be held accountable.
Yeah.
Caleb, give us a few things that you want to tell the world that was on your vision board.
Well, first, I just want to say I really enjoyed the vision board party.
Yeah, it was really dope.
We like really went out and like got supplies and we had food. Everybody brought something to eat.
That
We
wine was
had-
good.
Yeah, we had some wine,
We had
some
a lot of
sparkling
wine.
wine. It was really nice. Like, and that was my first. Oh yeah, we had some
Shout out to TikTok for the glitter champagne.
the glitter
That's
champagne.
what it
Yes.
was. It had me in shambles.
It was
Joking.
edible, girl.
It was.
Anyway.
Who brought
It did
that?
not have you in shambles, girl. Yeah, it was somebody Jessica's idea on our team. She saw on TikTok about the little cotton candy edible glitter that you just put in
That
the
was so pretty.
and the sparkling whatever. But yeah,
Felt
it
so
was really
classy.
nice. And we said that we were going to be intentional about the things
That's right.
we're going to put on our vision board. And we also had to pick a word of the year.
Yes.
A
we had to
word of
pick a
the
word
year.
and a song.
A word of the year and a song of the year. My word of the year is consistency, as you were
Yeah.
talking about. And my song of the year was what was it? It was
Something by India
India
Ari.
Ari.
Wow.
Just Do You.
I totally forgot my song. but I
Yeah,
think
that
I
was
got
mine.
it. Okay.
Well, some couple of things that I put on there. Well, if you didn't know, I do music. I'm a singer, R&B,
Yes.
pop. So like, I'm really trying to be in my superstar bag this year. Like,
Yeah.
really just executing, getting content out there, getting music out there. So yeah,
And cooking.
and cooking. I've been in the kitchen a bit, you know, chefing it up. Okay.
I won't even tell you what he made.
Shout out
I'm
to the
too-
red
I'm
beans
too
and
grown
rice.
to not know how to cook. So I'm like, it's
And you
time
from
to.
the South, so.
I'm from the South, so it's like, how you from Louisiana and don't know how to cook, babe?
Blasphemy.
Yikes. Ugh. But I'm learning, you know?
Yeah.
I'm learning.
We gotta make
And
time
the
to
running.
Running. Yes, I said I
been
want
running?
to.
Running was on
I
his
haven't
vision
started
board.
yet, but it's on the list.
It's on the list.
I have
at
to
me, I'm
get
like, you
up,
been running?
get up and just like go on a jog, you know?
He goes on runs. Yeah, like
Yeah.
morning runs.
Yeah, I like running because like it really just helps me decompress and like
Yes, it does.
gives you that one-on-one time with like me and God. Like I'm running and it's like I'm like praying, but it's like a regular conversation while I'm running. Like, yeah. Those
Shout
were a
out to
couple
that.
of
I didn't know
things
that up
that
top.
were on my vision board.
What about you, kid? Good job.
Well, so the vision board party, we actually, when I say we, that's Amanda and I. We have been wanting it to be a party for every year that we've done it. This is our third year doing it.
Shout out to that.
But the first 2 years, it was actually just the two of us. And we actually kind of, I don't want to say burned and learned because it wasn't that deep, but I think it's just gotten better every year that we've done it, with this past year being the best because all y'all got to be there.
Yeah,
so that was
everybody
really
came.
cool. Yeah, it turned out to be a really great event. So I hope we'll get to repeat that again, run that back.
Yes.
New Year's Eve this year. Some things on my vision board. I just really want to continue to be consistent.
Yeah.
With my creative endeavors, such as just posting on social media. But I'm really
Hilarious, by the way.
yeah, and it's funny you mentioned that. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment, but it's funny you mentioned that because I'm actually wanting to like pivot away from.
Oh, you did say that.
Yeah, I'm. If for those who actually watch the content that I post, is usually like a lot of like funny, satirical, like POV videos, just about me laughing at my life, basically, or making a joke of it. And I just kind of want to shift that to more real life vlogging type of more material, and even put out a docuseries, a social media.
And I just want to butt in.
like that.
Like me and Nisha live together, right? So like we're always having moments where we're like, that should have been on camera. Like, so why were we not recording? Like, so yeah.
I think sometimes it's when you do an overview of the things that you've already done, and you kind of inwardly ask yourself, not really what I could do more of, but how I can get better at this.
Yeah, because I want to evolve. I don't want to stay the same. So yeah, that's definitely a big thing on my vision board, and I want to monetize these endeavors. Obviously, I would love to start making money or more money, a livable wage off of these endeavors, as well as just embark on some more passive income, some big girl things.
I like the sound of that.
A couple side hustles, you know what I'm saying? Multiple bags.
Yes, multiple bags.
I like that.
Yes.
What was your song of the year do you remember what it was?
Let Go and Let God.
Come on. Hey, Shondo.
Look at me.
Let go, take the wheel,
I
Jesus.
live for everybody's reaction. Everybody's
Everybody's
reaction.
like, hallelujah. Everybody was like,
everybody's
can I get an
like,
amen?
But you know what's crazy is that sometimes that's the hardest thing to do is to let go. When you have to relinquish control and to really go into a surrenderance.
She finna go into
We've
a
been gone
sermon.
for a long time. What did
No.
y'all do for Christmas?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
We was gone for a long time. We basically took a whole like winter break. Like,
But y'all would have never known because we was batching like a motherfucker.
Come on now. Responsible.
One of the things that I think about the holidays is that the word that I had on the vision board for me was to follow through. And sometimes we can get caught up in the hype of things. Even those of you guys who are listening, don't forget to like, subscribe, and to share this, is that we get caught up in making the vision boards, but forget to make the vision plain.
Yeah.
And then you also have to write down the vision. So when you write it down tangibly, better shout, when you write it down, it makes things have to come to pass. But it's also an accountability agreement that I believe between you and whoever you serve, is that it's actually now in the writing. And now you have to literally write the vision and make it plain. And so I think when I wrote mine, normally everything is cognitively in my head. And I'm like, oh, Nita, you got it. But when y'all had me put it to life, the introvert in me was like, they don't know my business, right? But at the same time, they always say iron sharpens iron. But I think we forget that the sharpening is what sucks.
Yeah.
It's the cutting away. It's the surrendering. It's the chopping down of the things that we used to do that have to pivot, that have to transfer and evolve, right? When I think about the holidays, a lot of you guys may have been by yourself on the holidays or not having people or just secluded, and that's okay. Make a conscious decision to keep yourself connected. Yeah. And I think over the last holiday, this is the most holidaying I've ever holidayed in a holiday because I'm very introverted when it comes to like holidays and stuff like that. I can say this holiday season with you goons has been really dope to me because I normally do it by myself. But to be, on the chopping block with y'all was really dope. Those of you who are listening to us, we want to know, what your resolution was.
What's your New Year's resolution?
Or what it wasn't.
Do you believe in New Year resolutions? Because a lot of people don't believe in that. But I also feel like a lot of the disbelief in resolutions stems from people not
falling through
and people not wanting to hold themselves accountable. So they're like, oh, this year I'm not gonna
give up by like the third week in January.
Yeah, like that's why people in the gym at the first few couple of months of the year, and then it's like.
But if you have yourself connected to the right people, especially the people who have the like-minded energy, the like-minded thoughts about pivoting, about evolving, it's going to be like, hey, Nisha, we were supposed to film today.
Yeah.
Or, hey, Caleb, we were supposed to do this track today for mind control. We were supposed to do this. We were supposed to do that.
Yeah, I mean, right. Mind control is no different because we had to get right back in the group chat once the winter, break was over.
Did it go off this morning.
Yes, but we're excited. I'm so excited for Mind Control 2024.
We random conversation.
Oh my God.
No, you weren't.
Yes,
no,
I
you
was.
weren't.
Yes, I was. I was literally, okay, just go.
No, you were not.
Yes, I was. It was literally in my brain what you're about to say. Go ahead. I already know what you're about to say.
We want the scoop.
So Caleb was saying that and I had been thinking this too. We have to come up with a name for our followers, our subscribers. That. So what was the one you came up with?
So because the podcast is called Mind Control.
Yes.
The brain. So I was like Brainiacs. Brainiac.
I want y'all to know he also came up with the name for us because we were sitting here just
came
completely
up with the show name
and the logo.
Yeah, I made the logo too. I mean, let's get two snaps, okay?
Toot.
But yeah,
I
Brainiacs,
like that.
Or in the comments, let us know what you would prefer to be called.
I'm down with that.
Just get some things rolling.
This is why working with young folks is so dope.
Because
I'd have been
come
like,
up with these things. You got to come
what's up, y'all?
to
Everybody would have been a
guys.
y'all.
We want to interact with you guys and like talk back to us. So yeah.
So my idea, because I had been thinking about it for a minute, but I had an idea, but I didn't know how it would go over. And Caleb's reaction kind of made me feel like, oh yeah, okay, it is as cool as I thought it was.
I love their synergy. I promise you, and it kind of rubs off on me. Like, oh, okay, that's not a bad idea. The other thing I want us to do.
Wait, what was the idea?
Oh yeah. So my idea was we could call them the controllers.
Oh, the controllers, controller. Come on. Controller.
And then I'm such an 80s baby. I'm thinking Nintendo. I'm like, damn, that's dope.
That's who.
And they like controllers. I'm like, oh yeah, controllers. I gotta fit in, right?
Baby, Champagne Poppy.
These are just ideas.
That is the jam.
Yeah, the song Drake.
Shameless
Controller.
plug. Yes. Okay.
Girl.
Well, while you guys are looking at completely over my head and over my locks, are watching us, you see a lot of conversation. That's because we haven't been in each other's presence as a unit in a while.
Yeah.
I want to encourage you, if it's a friend or a peer or someone that you haven't seen that's in a safe place, that you feel like it's safe, go and break bread with them. Mm-hmm. You just never know what like-minded spirits and what like-minded energies will do. It'll make you become more creative. And you'll realize that this stumbling block that you've been in as far as trying to lose weight or trying to get some things off of your to-do list done, being in the room with like-minded people, it's going to boost you up.
Yeah.
It's going to actually boost the morale, but it's also going to make you be held accountable. So I could be like, Caleb, it's been 2 weeks. So what we calling the people? You're like, oh my God, I forgot. But that's the sharpening. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We want to know in the comments or send us information as to what your follow through is for 2024. And sometimes when I say that, I really cannot believe it's 2024.
I know.
So 2 snaps for making it through the pandemic because, honey, they thought, they thought we was a goner, in 2020. And see.
I think that's when 2020, that was when it started. Yeah.
March.
And it was
shoe back on.
I just look back on that time
You need one
and
of
I'm
those.
like, oh my God.
I'll take dollars.
That was a lot, 2020.
But
Right.
look how far we've come, you guys. And some of you guys have had some resolutions on your to-do list for quite some time. I believe wholeheartedly that this is the season of follow through. This is the season of growth, development, and don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid to pivot, and don't be afraid to do something that you've never done before. Sometimes we can stay within our comfort zone and stay within a place that we're complacent, and we forget that there's so much more out there just doing the things that we've always done.
So I think within that same vein of vision boards, follow through, the whole nine, we want to talk today. I think we want to talk about the intentions that we are setting for ourselves in this new year. So who wants to kick it off? What's some of the things that we're going to be intentional about in 2024?
I'm going to be intentional about...
And just know, before you answer, everybody in this room is going to hold you accountable.
And the people listening.
Oh, I want you to. I want you to. Because it's like,
Jessica,
this year is the year to get it done.
That's it.
This year is the year to like get it done.
Okay.
Yes.
So we'll be getting done.
So
I want to be intentional about how I'm gonna like release my music. Like I just want to put stuff out. And
I can't
like,
wait to see this.
Yes, like oh my God, I
want you
have
to sign my
so
CD.
many ideas. I have so many video concepts that I want to explore. So
And you're so eclectic. You're so creative that I think you could do almost any genre of music and excel.
Thank you.
Honestly.
Yeah,
I really think
so
so.
just that's what I want to be intentional about. Just
Baby snacks.
Maybe so. So 2024, I feel like is the year of putting it on the floor and standing on business.
come on, put it on the floor.
Put it on the floor and stand on business. Yeah, once you
Stand.
put it on the floor, you got to stand on that. So,
Yep. Period.
So with that being said, I definitely just want to be intentional about my purpose this year. I know
Amen.
that my creativity, my creative gifts are the driving force of my purpose. So I
That's
just
very
want
true.
to, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. So I just want to continue down that path and just even take it up a notch, elevate, continue to evolve. Like I had mentioned earlier, I have a internet docuseries that I've been wanting to do forever about my time living nomadically. So y'all keep an eye out for that.
Got it.
And just spread my wings. Like I've already been at this. I've been at this for so long.
And you're good at it though. That's
Thank
what's really
you.
dope.
And I'm just ready for, the thing that I'm paying to pay me back, basically.
2 snaps for that. For me, I want to be intentional about my time and who I give my time to.
Come on.
And what I give my time to.
Reclaiming my time.
Yes.
Period.
And they get paid for my intentional time. Because so many times we do things from the bottom of my heart and you don't get paid.
Right.
And then you be looking crazy.
No
It's
more.
time to pay the lady.
Right.
And don't be afraid to get paid. I also want to be intentional about my mouth. I want to not only work on verbal impulse control, I want to work on speaking things and calling them what they are and not being afraid to say this year and this season, I will be a multimillionaire, but also realizing what it takes to get to that step. So if I can master $100, then I could be trusted with 100,000. So I want to be intentional. I want to be intentional about that. I also want to improve my time management. If I say I'm gonna be someplace,
ditto.
if I say I'm gonna be someplace, I want to be that place. If I say I'm not gonna go, I want to be okay with making that conscious decision and say, no, Nita, that's not the place for you, and not feeling that there's an obligation to be all things to all men, because I've been that way for so long. Most of you guys can agree with this. So many times we sign ourselves up for so many things because we care about the community. And it's not that we don't care. It's just that we have to now be intentional about our own intents.
Only
Yeah.
one person.
And realizing that there's room for self, and then there's room for community.
Because
and
there's
making
only
sure
so
there's a
much you
balance.
can do.
Yes.
And there's only one of my old teammates told me, he said, Coach, there's only so much Coach needed to go around. And I thought about it. I just said, but I could do this, I could do that, I could train this person. And when you realize that you are still where you started, your intentions weren't out to be set correctly and integrally. So that's where I am. The other thing I want you guys to do is to share your vision with somebody, and don't be afraid. Journaling is great. As a clinician, as a mental health professional, journaling is great. But it's also even doper if I can go to boss and be like, look, this is what I see. Amanda and I met for almost 3.5 hours last week. We did 4. Oh, right. Charlie scared me. And we literally wrote down the plan for the brand of what we're trying to do.
Yes.
But now it's being intentional on the follow through. So don't be afraid to make these big things popping.
Yeah.
You want to do this docu-series?
Yeah.
That means that it actually is going to take following through, walking around, even when the moments where you feel like, I don't fucking want to do this today.
I know. I think communicating it to others, because
Yes.
like when we keep it to ourselves, you know, nobody knows but us. So if like if we don't accomplish it or we fail to accomplish it this year,
We can
it's
wipe
like
it to the side.
right? Did we really fail? Because if nobody knew,
Then nobody knows.
Yeah.
Right.
So I always put that in my head that once I'm communicating it to somebody, that's somebody who could be looking at me crazy. Like, I thought you said you was gonna do what you said you was gonna do.
2 snaps. I also want us to have fun. Don't forget to relax. Don't forget to be present.
Embrace joy.
And embrace joy and know that there's moments where you don't have anything to do and be okay with that. Sometimes I think as visionaries and producers and all these creatives,
You feel like you always gotta be on the
always gotta
go
be
and
on the grind. And some people be 10 toes down. Some days I only got 4. And I need to be okay with my 4 toes
Child, what
being
happened to
down.
your other toes?
What happened to my other toes? I've been walking the journey for so long that I forgot to settle in and embrace what's going to, you know, what's ahead of me, so that way I can get it done. The other thing I want us to really do is the check-ins.
yes, I
We did
was
something
just
really
gonna say
dope
that.
at the end. Was a weekly jar, right? And you're supposed to write how many of
Yes,
those
I'm
things.
so glad you're
Yes.
missing that.
Yes.
mention
Go ahead and
Yes.
tell us more.
So basically, this is another shout out to social media in general. Y'all have all the best ideas. So shout out to the internet. Shout out
Yes.
to y'all.
Wait.
But we saw we saw an idea that we thought was really cool to incorporate to the vision board party. And as party favors, we gave everyone mason jars full of strips of paper, as well as a pen. And basically you just write a good thing every week. You write a good thing that happened that week, and you put them in the jar. And then at the end of the year, you collect it and you read it all. You read all the good things that happened.
We on week 2, by the way.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We've been writing ours.
we've been
I bet
keeping
y'all
up.
have.
Yeah, I've been keeping up with it, and I think
Yep.
it's a really good idea because it's like it keeps you looking forward to that
Yes.
one good thing that happened that week, and then at the end of the year, you just read about all the good things that happened, and you're like, even if it's 2024 isn't a good year, and I come against that, even if you don't have a good year. You've written all the good things, little, it don't have to be anything big. It'd be
Right.
something little. And you read all the good things that happen at the end of the year, and you're like, oh, well, maybe this year wasn't so bad like I thought it was.
Yeah,
Right.
it can change your perspective.
So it's a good like reflection. Like,
I think progress too can be so slow moving sometimes. So I find that writing down things that I accomplish in the moments that I feel like I'm not accomplishing things in the time frame that I would have liked, because I feel like we're in the microwave generation and instant
Right.
Yeah.
gratification is the name of the game. But I feel like
Bars.
just can't
Bars.
appreciate
That's
it.
facts, though.
But I feel like, yes, keeping track of even just the little bit of progress. Like, you know, last week I worked out no days. This week I worked out 1 day. That's progress.
You went running. You went running.
I did. A win is a win, even
A
if
win-
it's
a win.
little, even if
Look,
it's
a win is
something
a
small.
win. And so I feel like that that act of kind of counting your blessings, counting
Yeah.
the little thing, even the small victories, it goes a long way.
Yeah.
Those all add up to something at the end
And then
of the day.
sometimes you don't really have a victory, but I made it.
Yeah. Sometimes
still
your
here.
victory is
I'm
just
still
being
here.
alive. I woke up today.
The first one that I didn't physically write it in, and I'm not
still
gonna lie, I'm gonna put it
here.
in the jar. I was just like, I made it physically through the whole week. And so many times we feel like, you know, I didn't run 10 miles or I didn't have this many clients, but we forget that our heart is beating, no cap, that we
Yeah.
can still hear, that we can still smell. And I really, at the end of the week, was like, God, thank you for health. And thank you for strength. And that was like my little drop in there, because a lot of people can't really say that, especially carrying a full load. So sometimes if you don't have anything that you think is great to be in comparison, and don't, as dope as social media is, Don't let
compare
it
yourself.
persuade you to make you feel like you have to compare yourself. Be like, oh, I didn't run like Caleb did. Or I didn't go and do my docuseries like Nisha did. Only thing I did was I made it. And I think that's enough to put in the jar because there's a lot of people who want to throw in the towel and wipe their hands clean. So again, if you guys are watching us, hit that like button, hit that share button. Make sure that you send this to somebody. And as orthodox as you feel like this conversation is, it's one of those to make you digress. Yeah. It's another one to make you have a reflection of really what's going on and realize, I hate to use this slogan, but we're not the only ones.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you feel like you're not the only one, you're like, damn, Nisha too? Caleb too? There's just no way.
Why does it feel like it feels like that sometimes in duress? Like you're the only person who could be suffering this.
But in reality, everybody's dealing
Everybody
with. Everybody's bearing their cross. Like
you better preach.
Come on, Book of Clarence reference.
Oh, we went to see. We went to go see it. It was so.
We've been all up and through the movies. We saw The Color Purple.
We need to go to a movie together.
Yes, it could be a mind control group. Like
yeah.
I love movies. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
we saw The Color
Purple.
We saw The Book of Clarence. We saw American Fiction. We've seen a lot of movies.
In there.
Is that the black guy that was a writer?
Yes, Jeffrey. Shout out to Jeffrey Wright, phenomenal actor.
Shout out to you, Jeffrey Wright.
Actually, everybody in that cast, Jeffrey Wright. Oh my gosh, who was the brother? I'm so mad I can't think of his name. Thank you. No, it was not him.
Retract.
I'm not good with names.
Sterling K. Brown. Shout out to Sterling K. Brown. Shout out to Tracy Ellis Ross. Shout out to Issa Rae.
Yes,
great cast. Great film.
Like everybody.
This girl be knowing names. I know a face. I could tell you who it is by the face.
Yeah, that lady, that
that boy, that man.
Got it.
I know this earlier today. I was like, oh, have you seen that movie? Oh, it's with Mekhi Phifer and Julia Stiles. She was in Save the Last Dance. He was like, who are these people? I'm Googling. I'm like, that's the same thing I said.
Even I've seen that.
Let's not talk about it.
Even I've seen that.
Y'all gonna get my black card taken away. I haven't seen a lot of movies.
Listen, in his
I know,
defense,
but like I haven't seen a lot of like
his parents are like very Christian and involved in the church. So yes, we're gonna get you caught up on all the stuff.
At least you could have snuck on the low.
I was like, you need to see Why the Fools Fall in Love.
He was over there
with
making
Lorenz
TikTok
Tate,
dances.
like, right? all the movies.
Again, don't forget, make time to go to the movies. Make time to even have feedback or read a book
by yourself. It's a great pastime.
I did that.
I've been wanting to see Book of Clarence.
It's good, and the soundtrack is amazing.
The other one that I want to see. I want to see the Bob Marley movie. That's coming out.
Yes, that comes out Valentine's Day.
Already?
It comes out on Valentine's Day?
On Valentine's Day.
I want to see that on Valentine's Day.
Oh. I think it's time for some takeaways.
I don't know. Well, okay, what are some takeaways?
We got a takeaway that comes out in February.
Right.
Some takeaways.
Wow.
Some takeaways. Bob Marley movie come out in February?
Right. I'm thinking like No Woman, No
That
Cry.
ain't a takeaway.
That makes sense because, that off topic. Okay.
I got where you're going.
My takeaway is just surround yourself with good people who gonna hold you accountable and people who want to see you succeed.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Kayla's nails, but yes.
Shout out to Kayla's nails.
Yeah, her
y'all
nails are popping, baby. Y'all can't see.
You need to just go ahead and like do this one time in front of the camera.
We're gonna start having a nail cam for Kayla.
Yes, because the ladies,
the nails are nailing.
The nails are nailing with the little whoopty wop and the whoop. And
they match your hair.
And the watch.
They're purple.
The coordination is coordinating.
Honey. 2 snaps for the nails.
Yeah, we had some cast appreciation real quick.
Yes. Takeaways.
Some takeaways.
Takeaways. Okay. Yes. Some takeaways. I think that we need to not forget to count our blessings and count the small victories.
Amen.
Because they add up, all of them together add up to bigger progress, bigger victories.
Yeah. Definitely.
Bigger wins. Win, 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 win. 2024, baby.
What about you, Coach?
Takeaway for me, don't be afraid to lose.
And just don't be afraid.
Because you can't win without losing. You can't win without being rejected.
It's a hand-in-hand thing.
It's a hand-in-hand. So if you take an L, Take 2 of those L's, put them diagonal, and get a dub.
Hey.
Ooh, I like that.
I like that little shit.
Bars.
I like that.
Bars.
Hey, we winning.
There
Yeah.
you go, baby. We winning. Also, too, don't forget to just to have fun. Like I said, like, subscribe, share. Go get your nails done with Kayla, even though her person is private.
Go get
But we
your
all
nails
going as an
done. Go
MC
get your
group.
hair did. Go get your toes did.
Yes.
Like, all that. Yo.
Self-care, baby.
Self-care. Again, I'm your captain, Coach Nita.
It's Nisha Mishley in the house.
And it's your boy Caleb Rashad.
2 snaps, we out.